guys, welcome back to Mokho Talks. My name is Mokho and today we'll be talking about Daedalic Entertainment. So we have spoken about this company before in this channel in a previous video. Is the infamous company known for publishing and developing the game, the trash of a game called Gollum. But before that, they were known as Daedalic Entertainment Company, that they're the video game publishers and developer based in Hamburg, and they were very known for developing point-and-click adventure games. And some of my favorites were the Ponya trilogy. We don't talk about the fourth one, and the Pillar of Eternity. These games were legitimately, and they still are, one of my best games, point-and-click adventure games ever created, and to this day I still love them. I still replay them from time to time because I do appreciate their style, art, story. For the Ponya, not that much, but for the Pillars of Eternity, I do really love the story, the animation, and the care that they had for their products, which is unfortunately not shown when they made the Gollum. So what's the news? Since July 3rd, Daedalic Entertainment Company has announced the shutdown of their gaming development department. And we will take it to the news articles right now. So as you can see here, Lord of the Rings Gollum dev to shut down following bungled launch. So after the launch of the game, it received so many criticism from fellow gamers and Lord of the Rings fans that the developing team actually issued an apology, which you can check in my previous video about why they made the apology in the first place. So let's read on, and I will give you guys my personal opinion on the matter and why this thing happened, and if it should have or didn't have, etc. All right. So the Lord of the Rings Gollum definitely wasn't one of the game to rule them all. So this is made by True Achievements. So there's two articles from True Achievements and from VGC. So we're gonna read them both, see if there's any difference from the news, and then I will give you guys my opinion. It met with poor reviews all around, was followed with an apology from the developer Daedalic Entertainment, while Embracer wants to exploit Lord of the Rings to turn it into a huge gaming franchise. So what they meant here is that they made the apology and said that we will be continuing on developing other Lord of the Rings games, which a lot of people told them don't do that. Daedalic Entertainment is going the other way though, and has announced it will close its development department and discontinue its follow-up Lord of the Rings games, which had already started development. Daedalic Entertainment has made the decision to close its development department with full focus now on our publishing business. 8 promising releases will be launching in this financial year alone, Daedalic Entertainment said in a statement to Polygon after Games Witchcraft first reported on the news. Even though the Lord of the Rings Gollum did not live up to the expectation we have for the game, we are very grateful for the opportunity and learning experience it brought us. Currently, we are working on another patch for the Lord of the Rings Gollum. Please don't. A follow-up project in the Lord of the Rings universe that has already been started will be discontinued. The Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Climate Protection, as the body responsible for the federal funding, was informed of this some time ago. So, and he sent another word. We value each and every member of our team very much, and it is important to us that this transition goes as well as possible. We will therefore support our former employees in finding new opportunities within our network. So, what does what did that line mean? So, after shutting down their development department, they laid off almost 25 employees, and from my point of view, this word, we value each and every member of our team, is a bunch of bullshit. Because why did management just decided to cut off their development department just like that, when you had so many years of good and well published games, well developed and published games throughout the years with the point-and-click adventure games? So from the VGC, we see the saying the German publisher Daedalic Entertainment has decided to end all internal development after the troubled launch of Lord of the Rings Gollums. Gollum. All internal projects, including development on another Lord of the Rings title started in 2022, will be stopped, and the company will focus on publishing, licensing, sales, and marketing going forward. In a statement to gameswitchcraft.de, the publisher describes. So this is basically a gaming article news website for Dutch, for Germany. So that's why they're taking it from them. Maybe they translated it from German into English and they're saying it here. The publisher described the decision as a difficult turning point, but also a new beginning in the long history of Daedalic Entertainment. Bullshit. Daedalic confirmed that at least 25 employees are affected. Management said, we value each and every member of our team, and it is important to us that the transition goes as smoothly as possible. Therefore, we will support our former employees in finding new opportunities within our network. As I stated before, this is bullshit. I'll tell you why. Following several delays, co-publishers Nakon and Daedalic released Lord of the Rings Gollum in May for consoles and PCs, and it was met for unanimously negative reviews. Okay, and the time of publishing, Gollum is the lowest rated game of the year on both major aggregation sites, Metacritic and OpenCritic, with The Guardian labeling it as a derivative, uninteresting, and fundamentally broken stealth action adventure that fails to capture anything interesting about Tolkien's fiction. Shortly after its release, Daedalic apologized for delivering what it called an underwhelming experience with the final game. The company said, we deeply regret that the game did not meet expectations and best improve, blah 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 blah. Alright, so let me turn back on. So basically what we learned here is that they fucked up so bad that the management decided to literally cut their development team because this game failed so hard. But in my personal opinion, so Daedalic Entertainment is known for its point and click adventure games, right? I mean, that's their forte. Their whole gaming creation career has been about point and click adventure games. So why? And I understand this, the need to switch up, you know, your development team, your creative wise, everything. Why did they go for the Lord of the Rings, such an iconic title, to test their 3D gaming talents? Why did they go for this, like one of the most precious and very, very, very sensitive titles, the Lord of the Rings? You could have just started with any normal small game, indie game, and made it, you know, and released it like a 20 hours game, or even less, 10 hours game, 3D game, you know, with your own story, with your own written story, your own stuff. I mean, I know this company could have done it because they done so many good games before, so many good story told games, as I mentioned before, like Deponia and Pillars of Eternity. I'm mentioning these two because these two are the one I know the most, and I've played them, so I have experience with them. So I think what they did here is management basically wanted the development team to start working on a new project, and they were like, what's popular right now? What is the most talked about game or story or whatever? Oh, Lord of the Rings is very, you know, Lord of the Rings is very popular. Let's go with that. Yeah, make a game with that. So your development team doesn't know how to make a 3D game. They don't have the experience for it. They don't have the material for it. They don't have anything for it. And you forced them. I'm pretty fucking sure they forced them to do this. I mean, let's look at it logically. Okay? So, Daedalic Entertainment, which is known for point and click adventure games, right? All of a sudden started working on a 3D game for the Lord of the Rings, for fuck's sake, and the game turned out insanely bad. Listen, I don't care what you are, okay? You're not some college graduates working on a project here. You're an actual veteran gaming developers, game devs. You're veterans over here, right? So you make this game and it flops so fucking hard. Like, it's such a bad game and afterwards you unleash an apology. Like, imagine you fucking up so much, so hard, you announce, you apologize for it, and then a month later, or like 3 4 months later, your fucking department is cut out. Like, there had to be some sort of internal issues in that company for these kind of decisions to be made. Like, I am 100% sure the development team were fucking pissed at management, and the management was like, yeah, get the fuck out if you don't like it. I'm 100% sure that that's how it went down. And I would like to take this moment and give an honorable mention to every motherfucker on Twitter who started defending this company and saying, oh yeah, you shouldn't lash out on them. Bro, this was not something that they should have done. Now listen, for me personally, I never go after the developers. I never do that, because I know developers are not always at fault. But come on, you could have made something, like anything. You guys are not, like I said, you're not inexperienced. Maybe with 3D games, like in my honest opinion, they should have started with some, like I said, they should have started with something that is not as known as Lord of the Rings. And even worse than that, they fucking locked lore behind paid DLC. They locked it behind a paywall, the fucking lore in the game. That's how much of a fucking ridiculous decisions these guys were making. So, and a special fuck you to the management of this gaming company. Like, you literally fucking just axed your whole development team. Like, the whole development department was axed just because of this one game. They made one bad game, and this is how it turned out. Bro, they were very ambitious. I'm gonna say this. They were very ambitious. They went hard. Like, imagine you're like this new baseball player, and from your first fucking pitch in the major leagues, you wanted to score a home run. Like, bro, you're not gonna. And at the end, this is what we got. Listen, guys, I do wish the Daedalic game developers find jobs as soon as possible. I do not like it when people get fired, but as gamers, we need to hold these companies responsible for their decisions. Okay, we need to hold them responsible. Listen, I'll say this again: the companies. I'm talking about the management. It's always the management. The most people are always out of touch with the games are management, except for there are some exceptions, like the Blizzard team, like the Blizzard developers team. Those guys are fucking morons. But essentially, in gaming right now, game devs are the most passionate people on earth regarding video games. It's always the management who are out of touch. So I say it again, we need to hold these companies responsible for these kind of fucking moronic ass games that they keep churning out. You can't let them pass. You can't give them a pass. Not in this day and age. You can't. You just can't. It's not something. It's not acceptable, because they think if they just issued an apology, they can keep giving us crap like this. If you guys want crap like this, sure, give them passes. But if you keep holding them responsible, no fucking other company would dare to do something like this. Like this. I'm telling you. Even to this day and age, EA, Electronic Arts, are scared to pull shit like this, because gamers have had enough. Yeah, and this is my take for the day, guys. I'll be uploading some other videos as well there later this week. But for now, this is what I have for you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that notification on, and comment if you have any criticism for me. I'll take it, guys. Be responsible as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye bye.